mentioned a second ago, 20-10 on the rebounding. Big advantage for UCLA.
This game is brought to you in HD TV by LG. Life's good. Second half underway here in Tampa, UCLA and Florida. The winner here will advance to New Orleans, take on the survivor of BYU, Gonzaga. That'll be later tonight from Denver.
He says everything pointed to a great second half, doesn't it? Just the way they kind of threw punches at one another in the first half and nobody bought. Nice look for Smith.
And Honeycutt able to get it to Smith down low for the easy bucket.
They're going to try to keep him involved, and it'll be interesting just to see which 5 minutes Ben Howland decides to get him off the floor.
8 points, 4 rebounds for Joshua Smith, the freshman from Kent, Washington. We are tied at 35. High screen. Walker trying to work around Jones, a foul called. And that's going to be number 3 on the UCLA point guard.
One of the best things you can do as a guard is to put the ball on the floor to keep pressure on the defensive guys. So many times, we hear that phrase, keep pressure on people, and most people think it's just defensively putting the pressure on the ball, but you can reverse that, use the ball to put pressure on the defenders, and it was well done to start there in that set.
Jeremy Anderson in for Jones. 8 freshmen and sophomores on this UCLA roster, no seniors. Boynton swings it, Walker, get it inside, Macklin. Turning on Smith, Macklin gets around him and lays it in.
And Macklin has to go a long way to get that shot. He comes up lumbering a little bit, maybe a little body bounce to that thigh that he has a pad on underneath on the left side.
Florida leads by 2. Lee off the drive, turnaround short. And Parsons there for the rebound. 6 points, 3 assists for Parsons. Macklin using the window, and a good setup by Boynton.
What did Ben Howland just tell David Aldridge just then? We can't let the big guys get the buckets down deep. Well, Billy Donovan sure does want to duplicate what he got in that first half out of his Gator big front line.
Florida with a 4-point lead, just underway in the second half. Anderson for Honeycutt. Boynton able to recover defensively, 9 to shoot.
Good no shot there by Honeycutt.
Nelson, the drive, floater, goes down. And it's Reeves Nelson using the glass, his 10th point of the day.
He always has the ability to get that shot off at 235 pounds. It's tight, it's strong, and a terrific move just then. Nice hands, good job by Honeycutt. Look up the floor, you got one.
Moves it ahead for Lee, who lays it in.
Good look by Honeycutt just then. He was so focused on trying to come up with that ball. I didn't think he recognized that Lee got out to half court in a hurry. First guy to half court generally gets the layup.
6th tie here today. Parsons comes up short on the runner. Macklin swings it. Tyus thought that Macklin was going to shoot it. And a miscommunication on the inside. 5th turnover for Florida.
You take a look down deep. Here's the work. Now watch up here at the top. There's the skip out. He anticipates that Honeycutt's going to come up with the steal, and he runs out to get a bucket. Smart play by Lee to cheat and get down the floor.
And a timeout with 17:15 to play in this second half. We are all knotted up at 39.
At Enterprise Rent-A-Car, we're a family-owned business.
Still family-owned, still family-run.
And since 1957, one thing's never changed.
Taking care of our customers.
Maybe that's why Enterprise was ranked highest in rental car customer satisfaction by J.D. Power and Associates for 7 years in a row.
It feels like a family company because it is.
Let us show you what that means.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Light beer.
More taste or less taste?
I don't care.
Kind of how your girlfriend doesn't care that you're borrowing her pants?
Called skinny jeans. Kind of in right now.
They're kind of not.
Man up and choose a light beer with more taste. Grab a triple hops brewed Miller Lite with that great Pilsner taste.
Hey! Score still 21-32?
Yeah, just like a jean size.
You gotta love Sunday. It's like everyone came together and said, if it's good, let's save it for Sunday. So here's to the KFC $10 Sunday bucket. 10 pieces, $10. Every Sunday. Sunday is a KFC day, and today tastes so good.
So what kind of car should I get? New or used? Used.
Now at Autotrader.com, compare new and used cars and even special offers. So when you find the right car, there won't be any doubt in your mind. Autotrader.com, the ultimate automotive marketplace.
If you don't have an iPhone, you don't have an iPod in your phone. With your music and your playlists. And you don't have iTunes on your phone, the world's #1 music store. With Genius, that recommends new music based on the songs you already have. Yep, if you don't have an iPhone, well, you don't have an iPhone.
In Hawaii, 5-0 sees all kinds of characters.
Let me guess, this guy thought he could fly.
But CBS Monday,
A man named Wolf Fatton is responsible for my parents' murder.
Steve McGarrett will face his nemesis.
Say hello to my little friend.
New Hawaii 5-0, CBS Monday.
Third all-time meeting between Florida and UCLA, tied at 39 early in this second half. We check out the tournament summary. John Calipari advancing to the Sweet 16 with his Kentucky Wildcats, 6th consecutive year, obviously connecting that with his days in Memphis. VCU, the only first 4 team to move on into the round of 32. And Michigan, how about this one, Jimmy?
That is the best one so far in terms of stats.
They win an NCAA tournament game. First time it's ever happened without converting on a free throw.
1 free throw attempt. You know what is really remarkable there is they scored 75 points. Now if it was a, 50-ish, 50 to 48 score or something, but to go that high without scoring a free throw is mind-boggling to me.
So John Beilein and the Wolverines move on here in the 2011 NCAA tournament. One of these two teams will be in the Sweet 16. UCLA trying to regain the lead. Honeycutt. Tyus, good defense. Almost got knocked home by Florida.
Good look up the floor.
Boyden using the screen. Slapped out of there. Tyus gets it from Walker. Forced to give it up. Wanted to take that pull-up jumper, but UCLA able to close defensively. Macklin a spin. Left hand. It's good and a foul. Vernon Macklin wheeling on the inside, and a chance for 3.
Because of the size and mobility of Smith, watch how far Macklin has to go to get his shot off. He goes middle, and then look how far away he has to go, and he's effectively picked up the 3rd foul on Smith, because what is he getting him to do? He's getting the big guy to move his feet back and forth defensively. When you get a big guy moving from side to side like that, it is a great time to do 2 things. Number 1 is to attack, and number 2 is to get a foul on him.
And a foul called against Tyus off the rebound action. Smith, 3 personals. Ben Howland will summon him over to the UCLA bench. And he's replaced by Anthony Stover.
Remember his comments at the half, right? He wants to get him on the floor, keep him on the floor for 15 minutes if he can. He's been only to buy 3.5 minutes. Now he wasn't factoring in foul trouble when he made that comment.
Pressure on Lee. Gets it ahead for Anderson.
Should have some numbers if they hurry. Nope. Good work there of getting back transition defense by the Gators. Whoa.
Nelson the drive. Just so fundamentally sound. Reeves Nelson knows exactly what he wants to do when he gets the ball.
I think UCLA avoided a turnover just then out front.
Nelson with 12 points. He's the only player in double figures.
Get it to the blocks. Let's see what Stover does defensively.
He goes down.
Yep, nice work.
And he draws the charge.
Yeah, that's good work defensively. He's been a factor in the first half and stepping in right now.
3rd personal on the big man, Vernon Macklin, and a timeout with 15:54 to go, second half.
Where I grew up, there was violence and crime in one direction and the bright lights of Broadway in the other. The first time I touched a piano, I knew which way I was headed. I poured my heart into every note of Empire State of Mind until it sounded perfect, and it kills me that people might not get to hear it the same way.
HP Envy with the Intel Core processor and Beats Audio. Hear music the way the artist intended, only on HP. Everybody on.
Humans have 3,000 thoughts a day. The engine of the Regal Turbo has 125 million thoughts a second. Thoughts that optimize spark timings, adjust air intake, and maximize fuel economy. The 220 horsepower Regal Turbo. New from Buick. Wonder what it's thinking now.
I am the Easter Bunny.
Hop in.
Fred O'Hare has a secret.
One word out of you and it's rabbit season. You got it?
But he's having a hard time keeping it quiet. On April 1st,
We need to find EB. Assemble the pink berets.
from the creators of Despicable Me,
How cute this stuffed bunny is. He's so soft and cuddly and...
I don't know any other way to be.
Hop, rated PG. In theaters April 1st.
Hi, I'm Dan Hesse, CEO of Sprint. The other day, I looked up the word unlimited in the dictionary. Nowhere in the definition did I see words like metering, overage, or throttling, which is code for slowing you down. Only Sprint gives you true unlimited calling, texting, surfing, TV, and navigation on all phones. Why limit yourself?
Sprint, the only national carrier to give you true unlimited. Find out more at sprint.com.
What's my motto? Play to win. What's the key? Logistics. It takes planning. Everybody on the same page. Check this out. This is my playbook. Serious business. Did it at the UPS store. Bam! Color, pictures, charts, graphics. Nice, huh? I got a sweet deal. 4 color prints for $1. I love logistics.
It says in the book we should play as a team.
Get 4 color prints for $1, only at the UPS store, and only for a limited time.
LL Cool J and Chris O'Donnell star in a new NCIS Los Angeles Tuesday, only CBS. Game trends, 7 ties, 8 lead changes. Largest lead has been 4 for both teams. Well, Rick Pitino doing a great job back in the studio. I know he'd rather be coaching right now. Louisville falling to Morehead State. His son, Richard Pitino, an assistant on Billy Donovan's staff. Billy, of course, played for Rick at Providence and then was an assistant under Rick before taking the head coaching job at Marshall, eventually moving on to Florida.
And I thought Rick did a terrific job this year with Louisville Iron because he had injuries, could have been playing a medical doctor all season long with the way his team was up and down with their injuries. Finished 12-6 and 3rd in the Big East.
Entry feed, Nelson establishing, and a foul call. Reeves Nelson will head to the free throw line after the foul on Young.
I think you want to see a guy come down the middle of the floor, but watch him use his body on occasion. See, that's the first thing he learned to do. It's a terrific skill to be able to use your body as you're in the offensive mode, looking to get shots off, not only to get to the free throw line. We've seen him use the body to convert buckets also this afternoon.
Improved numbers from his freshman year to his sophomore year. Just about at his season average right now. Averages just under 14 points per game, 9 boards. And he knocks down a pair of the free throw line, 43 to 41. He is 6 of 6. 14 points, 7 rebounds for the sophomore. 2-point lead for UCLA. Boynton draws the defense. Young, the discard of Nelson. Kick out. Boynton, the 3. Knocked up. Parsons is there. And the tip-in goes. Tyus got his hand on it. I thought for Florida.
Oh, and he just waited long enough for that ball to clear the front of the rim.
And it will be Tyus with his 6th point of the afternoon. Anderson feeding. Lee. Nice attack by Lee going to the hole.
Pace picking up. You're just kind of feeling out who's going to make this 8-2 run type of game right here in the second half. Both teams answering when they need to, though.
Off the screen set by Young. Tyus.
Pulled the string.
And Young is there for the throwdown.
Good minutes off the bench for Billy Donovan. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, I guess, but you know what? He was in the right spot and he finished.
Young might be both.
Good point.
6 points now for Young. We are tied at 45. Anderson. Now Nelson. Good fake. Missed it. And Tyus there for the defensive rebound. Get it up the floor in a hurry. Parsons! Honeycutt with a block! Oh, Honeycutt!
Little sweet defense right there, Ian, because transition defense, which Ben Howland wanted his squad to do, that first guy in allowed Honeycutt to get back because Parsons couldn't get his legs underneath him because he had to reach for the basketball.
The leading shot blocker in the Pac-10. They just showed the replay. And you may have heard the reaction from the crowd here.
I have to admit, when I saw him play and watching him play in person at 6'8", you say, how can he lead the Pac-10 in block shots? But he does because he's got uncanny timing.
Lee, floater doesn't go. Parsons gets it ahead for Boynton. The spin, and there's the foul on Anderson. Tied at 45, 13:49 to play in this second half.
His first third-team foul. Kenny Boynton at the line.
Kenny Boynton at the free throw line, 82%. Anderson his first free throw. Should say first foul on Anderson. The CEO of the MGM Grand goes undercover in Las Vegas, an all-new Undercover Boss. That's tomorrow, only CBS. And Boynton puts Florida in front by 2. Walker back in, and he replaces the SEC Player of the Year, Chandler Parsons.
Small lineup out there for Florida right now with Boynton slide into the small forward position.
And Howland will make a change. Anderson sits. He's replaced by Lazarick Jones.
It'll be important to see if Smith for UCLA can avoid that next foul.
Florida shooting it at 54%, UCLA at 44%, and the Gators up by 2.
That's why when he's out there with the 3 fouls, they should get him. Here we go, get him his touches.
Smith powers his way. Foul called.
So you don't know how long Smith is going to be able to avoid the 4th foul. So while he's out there, get him the ball and make sure you take advantage of minutes that you have him on the floor offensively.
Meanwhile, they draw the 3rd personal on Patrick Young.
And clearly that's not to just assume that Smith will get a 4th. The chances are, the way he plays and how he mixes it up, it's going to come sooner or later.
Smith, 62% shooter.
But he definitely needs his touches, that's for sure. And it opens up the driving game. If he's effective there and then they slide a double team down to him because he's effective offensively, and then those slashers out in the court like a Lee and a Honeycutt can get to their spots a little easier.
UCLA has 11 more free throw attempts than Florida. Lane violation. And it was Walker who jumped in. Florida is going with a 3-guard set. Wilbekin, Walker, and Boynton. They have Will Yeget, who's a swingman at 6'7", and then Patrick Young in the middle for the tie. He cans it.
In this type of game, remember that play right there. It's 1 point. We'll mark it down at 13:30. The violation, who knows? With the way this is shaping up, you may just have a 1-pointer.
So 19 attempts for UCLA at the line, 8 for Florida.
And with the defensive substitution just then, smart, because the big fella's breathing hard over there. You don't want him to be tired and pick up that 4th foul. Nice substitution by Ben Howland.
Stover and Nelson back in for the Bruins. Outside for Yeget. Wilbekin makes his move. And the block by Honeycutt.
That's why he leads the Pac-10.
Lee on a bounce ahead for Honeycutt. To the blocks. Nelson tried to get it to Stover. Instead, it's a turnover. Walker sprinting towards the rim. It's good and 1. Irving Walker, the speedster.
Jones is pleading his case, and somebody better get him away from the official because he's pleading a little too much. How does this shot make it to the rim? I'm not so sure. Just flat out concentration after the speed move coming down the middle of the floor.
Irving Walker with 10 points. 4th personal foul against Lazarick Jones. And now Smith and Anderson will check back in for UCLA. We have 12:55 remaining in this second half. Florida up by 2.
There's another nice block too, wasn't it, by Honeycutt? Not the last trip, obviously, but the trip down before.
He's an impact player in a variety of ways. Averaging 2 blocks per game. He's got 2 here today. 3-point lead for the Gators.
Somebody's got to help out.
Loop it in for Anderson.
Watch the screen with Honeycutt. That's smart to sit back there and try to get a screen to free up some room for Anderson to dribble the ball up the floor, even though he went the other way.
Anderson is a junior. He's a combo guard.
That's
He's
a walk.
become a backup at point guard, and Nelson turns it over for UCLA.
Nelson doesn't agree, but he just jumped into his move just then.
7th turnover for the Bruins.
Big possession right here for offensive momentum for Florida if they can keep the pressure on. Let's see what UCLA does at the defensive end.
5 on the floor for Florida. Walker, Wilbekin, Young, Tyus, and Parsons. Walker comes to the top. Walker a 3. In and out. Tyus got his hands on it, secures it. And rebounded by Anderson on the weak side.
Honeycutt knew exactly where to be on that shot attempt. I don't know if he got a piece of it or not, but he was a factor.
UCLA down 3. Honeycutt has got the height advantage on Walker. Help from Parsons. Anderson is open. Gives it up. Extra feed. Lines it up. Lee can't hit the 3. Rebounded. Smith. He lays it in.
How about both sides of the floor just then? You want to make the Gators play some defense. Stay on the left side for a split second. Bring it to the top. Bring it to the right. And what does the big fella do? He anticipates a miss by going to the opposite side of the floor to get himself an offensive rebound.
12 points now for Smith. 5 rebounds. This is a 1-point game. Parsons, the curl and bounce. Oh! That's a man's jam! It's Patrick Young!
Boy, did they ever release the basketball at the right time, and Young has given Billy Donovan just terrific effort and minutes off his bench this afternoon.
52-49, Smith answers on the other end.
Smart by UCLA again. Take advantage of Smith while he's on the floor. This is a terrific basketball game right now. You want some action? Here we go. Wham!
We don't just make a taillight. We make a sculpture. We don't just make a sunroof. We make the heavens wide. We don't just make a crossover. We make a statement. The Cadillac SRX. We don't just make luxury cars. We make Cadillacs.
April 7th through the 10th, CBS Sports again proudly presents a tradition unlike any other. The Masters from historic Augusta National right here on CBS. 11:15 to play. We're in the second half. Florida 52, UCLA 51. This is the 2-7 matchup in the Southeast region. Winner moves on to New Orleans. Florida at 27-7 this season, SEC regular season champions. UCLA 23-10. They went 13-5 in the Pac-10. Suffered through a 4-game losing streak in November and December. Off the timeout, Tyus there to clean up the Parsons miss.
I think that was a set that Parsons was going to catch it and go with it and try to just force the action along the baseline. The Gators recognized the play and followed him up perfectly as they shift back to a 2-3 look right now. Not a bad move by Billy Donovan to switch things up.
Those 4 losses for UCLA: Villanova, VCU, Kansas, 3 tournament teams, and Montana. And that's where people in Westwood started questioning whether or not this team had the right stuff. Lee a 3. Nelson. Oh, he couldn't put it in. Out of bounds, and fortunate for UCLA that they'll retain it.
I am sure that Nelson thought that he was going to be contested on that one, and if he had to do it 100 more times, 99 times out of 100, he'd be able to put that down.
Florida up by 3 with 10:22 left in Tampa.
Hey, would you mind if I asked Sheila out?
Of course not. We broke up 6 months ago. But I don't think she'd go for a guy like...
She said she'd love to. She can't wait to see me. Really? She's wanted me to ask her out for over a year now. She just sent me a video.
Oh, can I see that?
Yeah.
Can't wait for our date.
In the network, sparks fly faster. AT&T is getting faster with 4G. Rethink possible.
My name is John Thompson, coach of the Georgetown Hoyas, and this is my journey to comfort. My father and I sweat a lot. The towel over his shoulder became associated in many ways with him. And so I wasn't gonna have a towel over my shoulder. My mom calls me and she says, look, I know you don't wanna throw that towel over your shoulder because your dad did, but you're sweating like a mule. You look disgusted, do something. My name is John Thompson and I am definitely comfortable in my own skin.
What are you looking for?
I need to get out of here.
Freedom.
On March 25th, her mind is her weapon.
You control this world.
Her mission is revenge. Set yourself free.
You'll never stop me. Ever.
Sucker Punch rated PG-13. In theaters and IMAX March 25th.
After 100 years of hybrid technology, someone finally built one you'll actually enjoy driving. The 360 horsepower, 32 miles per gallon Infiniti M Hybrid, the high-performance hybrid.
Let's see you fly now.
Look, more frequent flyer red tape.
Not on my watch.
Let that family fly.
I just wanted to use miles to take my family on vacation, but...
Let me guess, restrictions through the roof.
That's right.
Not anymore. Rapid Rewards has your back.
Join Rapid Rewards and enjoy unlimited reward seats, no blackout dates, and no red tape.
I'm Greg Gumbel in New York with an HP tournament update coming up next here on CBS. Number 13 seed in the Southwest, Morehead State's Eagles, which upset Louisville on Thursday, will meet 12th seed Richmond Spiders. The tip time at 5:25 Eastern Time in Denver.
All right, Greg, winner of that one will take on the winner of Kansas, Illinois. That's tonight on TNT, or I should say Sunday on TNT from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here, third-round action in the Southeast region with Florida and UCLA.
Richmond, two good back-to-back seasons, 51 games they've won over a two-year period of time.
Gators up by 3. We approach the halfway point of this second half. Earlier today, Kentucky got the win over West Virginia to advance to the Sweet 16 in the East region. They'll play in Newark. 15 to shoot.
2-3 defense right now. The bigs are across the back are very tall for Florida.
Lee, kick out. Honeycutt, shot clock at 7. In a crowd, Honeycutt with 4.
Nice look.
And it's Lee maneuvering on the inside.
How did he find them? Boy, that was a terrific look by Honeycutt just then.
Winner here will meet the winner of Gonzaga BYU. That's tonight on CBS from Denver. Parsons. And a blocking foul. Chandler Parsons forcing the issue, and it is Smith, number 4 on the UCLA big man. Exactly what Ben Howland didn't need.
Exactly, and Parsons, to give him his credit, a lot of traffic in there, but I think Parsons knew the situation and knew how important it was to get Smith out of this game with the foul, the 4th one. And I think he just overemphasized the drive to the basket to say, you know what, I'm going to take a shot here. If I pick up a charge, so be it. But if it works, because I don't have any fouls, right? If I'm Parsons' thought process, I have no fouls. If I get one right now and take a chance and run the big guy over, but maybe I'll get him moving.
It's been quiet for Parsons, yet he's filling up the stat sheet. Yeah. Now Smith will sit down after the first free throw, replaced by Reeves Nelson. 55-53 Florida. Parsons, a 56% shooter. And missed it on the second attempt. We are down to 9:22 to play. 2-point lead for the Gators.
Good post up here.
The entry, Nelson Molina. And another foul called against Florida.
The understanding of how to use that body in the post, Nelson has done it very, very well.
And that's number 4 on Patrick Young.